Hi friends, I hope everyone is fine. And today I'm discussing about how you can explain the Databricks project by using the PySpark. So you can explain to the interviewer how you uh, perform the notebooks and how you handling the jobs, everything. And first of all, you need to explain to the interviewer like what is the data. It's like batch data or streaming data. Suppose if you are working for any retail, so you can tell like this is a batch data. So like what are the columns and what is the data respected to that the source. So you can explain how the data is coming and how you are handling. This is the first step, so that interviewer get idea like okay, this is the batch data. He is going to create the jobs and he create the copy activity or anything like CDC logic on this data. So interviewer got some idea. So after that you can tell that we are building the notebook in the Databricks using PySpark. So first you are importing a Spark session, and after that, after importing the Spark session, so you can tell like we are reading the data like it is a CSV or any table. You can mention those modes, those it's any Parquet file or table or anything. You can tell them like here in this case I'm reading the CSV file, so I just mention like manufacturer_df. Depends on your project, you can mention the name and spark.read.csv, and you can mention the path. Header is equal to true and first schema is equal to true. So header is equal to means the first row it will behave as a column names, and in first schema like it will maintain the data integrity like integer type and float, all those it will take care by the Spark engine if you give the infer schema is equal to true. And how you are handling this is next step 2. So in this step 2, so you can explain like we are handling the missing values and removing the duplicates and any date format we are correcting. So you can mention like in this step we are going to handle and maintain the data integrity, and if any null values we are going to drop, and also if we have any duplicates we are going to drop. This is the step 2. So after that we will make sure, after done this second step, we are going to a third step. It is for data transformations. It depends upon the client requirement. You can mention the client requirement. Requirement. So here you can add like we are modeling architecture like the raw process curated layers. So in this raw layer we are maintaining only the whatever the data present in the source, and we are directly dumping into the raw layer. And process, we are suppose we are grouped by maintaining the product and some of the products and some of the sales to the previous quarter. All those transformations we will store in the processed. And if you are like if you have two tables or two data frames, like if you want to get the output based on those data frames, you can use the joins operations in this transformation layer. It depends on the how you are following the architecture and what is the schema you are following. Those transformations it is different based on the project requirement, and you can filter the which product we are going to use by the like Power BI team or data analyst team. They are analyzing. Suppose they want to predict the product price next quarter, and so they want the product like any chain or clothes, so you can filter with the product name. And also you need to confirm with the requirement like who are the consumers for this data transformations, like whether they are for ML engineer or data scientist team, they are building any models on this data, so that, or any Power BI analysis, just they want to predict the sales. So based on that you can do transformations and you can proceed on this layer, step 3. And step 4, like if you are using in the data factory, so instead of the PySpark notebook, so you can use these activities, copy activity from source to sync. In this copy activity you can mention it is whether it is a full load or incremental load. So you can design this copy activity in the PySpark as well by writing the query merge schema base source dot id is equal to target dot id when matched, update all when not matched, insert all, like that. And also you can leverage in the ADF as well, Azure Data Factory. So based on the requirement you can follow. So after that you can tell like where we have used the get metadata activity to get the child items and what file type, file name, all those details. We have used this get metadata activity and lookup activity to see what is the data present in the source, and for each activity to loop the tables. So you can mention we have used the data flows for transformations. So this is like overall you can explain what are the activities and services you have used, so that the interviewer he has some all the overall knowledge on those services and activities, so he will be fine. And after that the main important is the step 5. So how you are saving the data. So whatever we are doing, all these step 3 and step 4, all those, and finally we need to save into a sync location, right? So that the users like data analyst or Power BI team, anything, and data scientist or ML engineer you can mention. So when you save into the Parquet, so basically we used to save in the Parquet, so it has the optimization and easy to read, and we can do more activities, and the storage it has less storage to occupy. And so we will write df.manufacturing underscore df.write.parquet, and you can give the path. From this, whenever we are up to here, the data engineer will do. So from the data engineer perspective, it is the overall project. From this, the data analyst, the Power BI and ML engineer will connect to this path, and they will pull the data, and they used for the dashboards or the ML models building, like ML models, right, the decision tree, linear regression, K algorithms, K-means. So all this built by the data scientist, and they will predict what is the price for the next quarter for with respect to any product. So all those, it's not up to you. I'm just telling you can have a basic knowledge on those, so that you can get the idea how the data is used by the real-time scenarios and how they are taking the decisions. So like this you can explain your project step by step, so it is easy to you and the interviewer to understand how you are dealing with the data, and how you are performing the transformations, and how you are implementing the Medallion architecture. All those you can cover in these simple steps. I hope you understand this topic. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.